Is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is going to be the first game of the semifinals. A Friday Night Smite. Team SHIZZNIZZLES on the blue team, taking on Team Paragon Elpis on the red team. We're going to see a pause come out by Panda Puncher as Valentine DCs right now. But for now, I'm going to introduce Team Blue. My buddy here is going to introduce Paragon Elpis. So here we go. We have Panda Puncher on his Thor, Jimny Glowstick on the Isis, taking that to the mid. Valentine, the DC player on the Sylvanas support. Fierno playing his Cupid once again. Medieval on the Humbat solo.
And on Paragon Elpis, we have Sneaky Pineapple on the Geb. Proud Feet as Artemis. That's going to be our dual lane lineup. For mid, we have Shinzitsu on Poseidon. The big old Kraken going to be coming out. Auxilia in the jungle with Arachne. And Blackout going to be Nemesis solo. Now, I mean, I guess we could see Arachne solo as well. That is come out, and I haven't seen their build yet. It hasn't come out yet, so I don't for sure know who is going to be solo, and I don't know their team comp, or I don't know who is actually going to be. So, I'm
going to have to say Arachne is going to be the solo because...
Really? Okay.
I mean, they can do either, but the thing is Arachne just has much more lane presence than Nemesis. What's Nemesis going to do? Use her slice and dice?
Use her really weak slice and dice,
yeah.
And then walk away. And then maybe hit
exactly.
I mean, especially going against Medieval. Medieval's going to have... a little easier lane clear than last game. Even against Arachne especially, can come in with the 2 pretty well, but really has to be careful. Doesn't want to hit Arachne with that, because if he starts to tank archers and she throws down spiders and gets that slow, Medieval could go down very, very, very quickly.
If this is indeed an Arachne solo, she's gonna have a really good time boxing Medieval, because her first ability, her dot damage, also heals her, and not just heals her, but heals her for a lot. So if Medieval ever starts to punch down Arachne, Arachne's just gonna put spiders on the Humbats and chomp him down.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really scary game once we get going here. I mean, who do you think has the better early game?
I honestly have to say SHIZZNIZZLES, because if we are seeing a Nemesis jungle, then Nemesis is going to go up against Thor, and we know what Thor can do when he hits 5. He's just all over the place, using his ultimate dunks on people, and just puts pressure all over the map, whereas Nemesis, her ultimate can do a lot of damage as it effectively halves people's health, but she has decent amount of slows. However, Thor has much more burst and much more CC than Nemesis, so I think Thor is going to carry this game for SHIZZNIZZLES in the early game. And right now, the game is now on pause. Both teams are going into the game. Do you think we're going to see an invade from any of these teams?
Paragon could with the Arachne early game, but really has to be careful. Blackout not going to be doing that much with that Nemesis. But look at what we have here. A 5-man rotation on both teams. Going to totally circumvent each other. Don't even know where each other are. But look at Paragon on the bad side of this. If they don't be careful, and SHIZZNIZZLES sees them, they need to be careful right here.
Oh, Valentine needs to be careful. Spiders is on Valentine right now, but really nice. Kraken, I mean, the Whirlpool is just gonna zone them out right now.
We saw that spirit ball miss. That would have done a lot of damage. That was gonna hit at least 3 people had it gone just a little bit farther. And this is gonna be disengaged on both people's part. A little bit of a misplay there. Maybe could have taken out Valentine, but that wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Support early game down. And with plenty of time to come back. But Valentine had to back, and it's going to be a little bit of a slow start, possibly. No, he's probably going to make it. So really nothing, no damage there on either side. Just going to reset and start like normal.
That was hilarious. I mean, both teams just going for an invade, but like they just miss each other because of that Gold Fury wall. They can't see each other.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
Just totally oblivious of each other walking around. We're going to see Isis and Poseidon already going to mid lane there with their red buffs. You know, decent clear on both their parts. Isis has that nice spirit ball. It's going to do a big chunk of damage in her 1. Really going to chunk him down, but Poseidon easily clearing that wave with the Whirlpool and the tidal wave there. If we take a look at the right lane, Thor's getting aggressive with the spiders and the slice and dice. That slow is just huge, but still really not doing that much damage to him. He's just going to spin, and Arachne taking a little more damage than he is. Kind of even at this point on both their parts.
So we're seeing once again the dual assassin lineup from both teams. Humbats, the assassin on SHIZZNIZZLES, Arachne, the assassin on Paragon Elpis. I think Humbats is gonna do much more in towards the mid game because Arachne just doesn't offer as much in team fights. Humbats with the Fear No Evil ultimate just can completely turn a team fight around. Whereas what's Arachne gonna do? Just eat at people?
Yeah,
I mean, she does do a lot of damage.
Well,
she can do a lot of damage.
But we have to think about what Medieval did last game. Where were the rotations? You know, if we see Medieval rotate a lot more this game, it's going to be way more effective. Nemesis is going to be a little bit slower and not able to rotate as much as Medieval because of the lane clear. Excuse me, Arachne is going to be a little bit slower. But still, I mean, it's going to be rough because Hunbots has a way better team fight. We saw the tier really kind of shut down Medieval for a long time, keep him in lane, and was just, they were kind of going back and forth on kills. We're seeing some pings come out. We're going to see Panda Puncher going for their back counts right now, maybe looking to be in a bad position, but not scared of a level 3 Nemesis with half health. But if we see Poseidon rotate on him, like we are, but just backs off because the Isis cleared the wave, like if we saw a Spirit Ball land on Poseidon in a spin, maybe Poseidon could go down pretty fast. We're going to see them go grab those back camps as well. Nice invade there by Panda Puncher, trying to get that early farm, get Thor up there. That's exactly what you want to do, and he is sitting at full health and full mana right now. A great place to be at level 4. Maybe going to hit 5 pretty fast. Maybe off this wave, not quite going to do it. If you take a look at the left lane, I looked earlier, Cupid was really sitting low. Now he turned back, and Cupid's full health again. That's the power of Cupid and Sylvanas with the hearts and the wisps.
Healing is just ridiculous.
Yeah, easily going to heal you right back up there.
Fear No Evil is going to come out in the right lane. Auxiliary 5 overhead smash is going to do a lot of damage. Auxiliary just up with her dot damage ability, and this is the power of Arachne. You ever think that you are ahead of her? She turns around, uses her one, does a ton of damage to you, heals a lot, and potentially she can turn. But however, Medieval is gonna back, and Mid Harpies is gonna get you the point of contestant right now. Panda Puncher is 5 souls. Poseidon is gonna be, you know, not gonna use this Kraken there, but
No.
SHIZZNIZZLES is going to take the left camps with the hog of the Sylvanas.
SHIZZNIZZLES has a
right
way
camps.
better fight at those mid camps, so they need to be careful, especially with all of them level 5. Thor's going to start to go up in the air. We're looking to see Sylvanas ult's going to come out right now, and Isis ult right into the Panda Puncher ult. Easily going to take down Poseidon. The Kraken does come out, but it only hits Thor. Not going to do a ton of damage. He's going to take down. That's a double kill for Valentine. Unfortunately, the support gets both kills, and they secure the mid camps as well. Great initiation by them. That's what we needed to see last game, and they are going to start out this game very, very well.
They're gonna start out this game well indeed as they get first blood and another kill. That's gonna put Paragon Elpis behind, and this is the team fight that we were talking about. Very well executed. Sylvanas with the ulti knocks everybody out, but instantly Jiminy Glowsticks throws down the Isis ultimate and just does a ton of damage to everybody. Then Thor comes in and just cleans up. Thor almost died there, but almost is not good enough as he lives.
No, definitely not worth the crack. I mean, it was great to throw down the Kraken to try and get that kill. Just couldn't finish it off because Poseidon can usually do a lot of damage at the Kraken, yeah, but then still has to sometimes throw down, throw down the keep the whirlpool down if it's there, and then try to really just pick him down, maybe a tidal wave to knock him back and just kill him too. Wasn't even able to finish those. Threw down the Kraken and just died right after that. So really no follow up there on that part, and that's really bad for SHIZZNIZZLES to go down that early. You do not want to get Poseidon behind because then the Krakens are going to start to really be irrelevant. More of a nuisance. Yeah, it's going to chunk down a little bit, but if a Poseidon throws down a Kraken, it doesn't even hurt you that much. We see Poseidon go down fast. Everyone just says, "There we go, target," and goes right after him. And we're going to see
look
some
at the right lane. There's
right
going to be an invade coming out, and now Fear No Evil doesn't hit. Medieval is going to take a Nemesis ultimate to the face. He's going to get stunned by Arachne, but it looks like he jumps into his death. Ooh. I'm pretty sure he wanted to jump over the wall there,
yeah,
but perhaps a misplay.
I think he was expecting Panda Puncher to come down a lot sooner, so he was hoping the stun would come down. But we're seeing Isis, nice Spirit Ball there. Wingust's going to come out doing a ton of damage to Nemesis and Arachne. The ult going to come out right now, and we're going to see Kraken come out and take out Jiminy Click, but Panda Puncher also taking down SHIZZNIZZLES. Both mids going to go down for this initiation. Thor still looking to get that nice double tap, doing a huge chunk of damage to Nemesis. Nemesis is back off. We're going to see Arachne come back in, but Arachne still can go down here as much as he can lifesteal. not going to battle a full health Thor at that point, especially level 8. Thor going to be doing quite a bit of damage for that early game. Got to be careful there. And if we take a look at the left lane, Boar coming out, landing on Cupid, and just 2 shots, but the Cupid's going to come out with the ult as well. If we see, oh my gosh, Artemis in a lot of trouble right here. One more auto attack, and Fear takes down Proudfeet. Misplay on Proudfeet's part. If he had the root right after that, definitely would have taken Cupid down, but just not able to do it. Just got 1v1 and taken down. Really good play there by Fearno. Nice Dejukin. And now look at that health go right back up with the Wisps and all 3 hearts. Already back almost all the health. But
hell, look at Panda Puncher. He might be in some trouble here as he gets aggressive too. But Paragon Elpis is going to take the mid. Harpy's Spirit Ball is going to hit Sneaky Pineapple, but isn't going to do much damage. This is early game right now. Spirit Ball is probably just level 1, and Team Paragon Elpis is just took the camps, and they might be looking to take right camps. However, we know what happened last time. I don't think they want that to happen again. And in the right lane, look at the boxing battle. Medieval is going to take down Auxilio with the crit and the overhead smash, and that gives SHIZZNIZZLES the right camps.
That's a very hard situation to be in. If you go down, as I speak, we have maybe some... some aggression maybe. Nemesis kind of being in a bad position here. 3-man rotation. We're seeing Proudfeet going to move over, going to just have to walk away at that point. Has her buff. The buff is still down at this point, so we're looking to maybe go Gold Fury. SHIZZNIZZLES is going to start Gold Fury. This is what I want to see last game. This great aggression. But look, Shinzitsu coming in, going to probably get a great Kraken. Looking to steal on this Gold Fury, and SHIZZNIZZLES hogs it. Easily does a nice Kraken, taking on 2 people. Sneaky Pineapple and Blackout going to take down Valentine and Panda Puncher. Cupid ult coming out, just trying to get out. Nice. Oh man, Nemesis going to go there. Just not able to even do anything. Cupid dashes out, and Isis has to run away as well. SHIZZNIZZLES got the Gold Fury, but lost 2 people in the process. Still kind of worth. They're
still worth it.
Yeah, I mean, they're still ahead, 3K and XP and gold, so it's still okay for them. Or excuse me, Paragon. Yeah, they're up ahead. But I mean, I wish that we wouldn't have seen them go out like that. But still, I mean, there's going to be some aggression on mid lane Isis there. Nice Spirit Ball on Poseidon. Chunks him down quite a bit. Wing Gust is going to clear that wave. Isis is such a good clear, especially at level 9. That Wing Gust is going to easily take down a whole wave on its own. And you're going to see the 3-2 combo come out from Isis. That sets up a lot of damage, especially if you land that Spirit Ball on max range. That hurts.
Look at Sylvanas. He bought a Wingblade first just to counter the Nemesis and the Poseidon. I think that's a very good pickup. Wingblades is very cheap, and it gives a lot.
300 health, cooldown reduction. I mean,
a lot of stats.
Attack speed? No. Not really important on Sylvanas, but I mean, the rest of that is very, very good. Wingblade, almost on every support we see that come out every single game. Such an essential item with that slow reduction coming out. And Sylvanas, an inherently slow god, kind of needs that extra buff. And with that extra health online and that extra cooldown reduction for those Wisps, a really good item to pick up on him, especially that early.
Yes.
If you have the money. I mean, they got the money from that Gold Fury, so...
He's going straight into the chainmail right now, going straight into the Sovereign Diamond. Boost, hang on. Kraken comes out. SHIZZNIZZLES is taking a lot of damage, gets blown up by the Cupid, but Jiminy Glowstick uses Aegis there. That is why
very
he
good
didn't take
Aegis.
any damage.
Very good Aegis. That's going to be down, though, for a while. Unfortunately, that was only Aegis once, so 180 seconds that's going to be down, but worth not dying for.
Perhaps Jiminy Glowstick could have not used the Aegis there because he wasn't going to die. If we looked at the positioning of Paragon Elpis, they weren't in a position to follow up that Poseidon. Kraken had it not killed Jiminy Glowstick, and this early in the game, the Kraken isn't going to kill anybody at full health. It does a ton of damage, sure, but it's not going to kill somebody at full health.
Sometimes you just don't know where the rest of their team is, though, and you just really don't want to be out of that fight, especially when you're looking to aggress on that mid. If you know Poseidon's going to go down, you want to start pushing that mid tower down as fast as you can. Without that mid tower 2-1, that really puts Paragon in a bad position. They have to be very careful when rotating, and they can't contest mids near as well because of that. And that's exactly what this new meta is about. Thor, in the meantime, going to dunk down on Artemis.
Playing Thor. Artemis uses her board, but nothing really happens as Panda Puncher misses his ultimate, and this board is still going. Hang on, Geb uses his ultimate. There's going to be a massive team fight right now. Panda Puncher's in the front, but Paragon Elpis doesn't want any of this, and that is why we see them just fall back under the tower. Meanwhile, in the right lane, it looks like Medieval got forced out by the spiders. Nope, he's not going to back yet, but Now, SHIZZNIZZLES is just gonna steal Paragon Elpis' buffs while just their red buff and look to pressure mid. Perhaps look at the right lane. Medieval is just getting pressured so hard by the Arachne. This is the power of Arachne. You can't box her. She will just lifesteal.
Yeah, she has Venomous by level 5. Spooters on her web at level 4. You know, those Spooters are going to be doing quite a bit of slow at that point, and that's scary because she can just use her Venomous Bite, then come in, and if she uses her web, her 2, I mean, she can do a lot of it. You know, just a lot of damage. It's just scary. I mean, not even leveling her ult that much, which is great because you don't when you use that to get out. And if you know that's by the time you use it, it's gonna come back up. Some pings coming out on right tier 1 on Paragon's side. We're seeing the Thor come in for the setup.
Arachne might get baited. Her Arachne does have ultimate. And that is what she just that's what she does. You ever aggress onto her, you don't stun her, she just says nope and takes the skies, outruns pretty much every god. But hang on, we see a massive rotation into the left lane. Cupid uses his ultimate to try to kill Artemis, but it looks like that Artemis didn't really die there, and Artemis used her board. So just 1 for 1 in terms of ultimate, 0 for 0 in terms of kills. Artemis is forced to go. But hang on, in the right lane, Auxilia dies to Panda Puncher. Panda Puncher is really low right now. Nemesis might look to take a fall as well. Nemesis is taking a lot of damage. So is Medieval, and the pressure is still on. Both these players are really low on health. In the meantime, SHIZZNIZZLES goes down to Jiminy Glowsticks in the mid. Chaos everywhere. It looks like Team SHIZZNIZZLES is going to take down the right tower, and Blackout might be in some trouble right now. Medieval actually might be in some trouble. A huge burst coming out from Medieval with the ball and with the in-hand crit in the left jungle. Jiminy Glowsticks is getting aggressed onto. Jiminy Glowsticks uses his bees to get away from the Gab.
Yeah, I'd like to see Proudfeet. Yeah, exactly. Do exactly what they're doing. But now back off because the whole team is coming in hot. SHIZZNIZZLES is going to say, that's mine. Stay off my gold free. We're going to do this. We have 4 people here ready to go. Geb may be looking to come into this, but he has no blink. He went for the curse instead. Creeping Curse 1, and it's down, so he's not really going to be worth it. He might try to roll in around the back, knock somebody out, get the knock up, and steal it. But I don't even think he's going to be able to do that. And yep, exactly what he's going to try and do right now. He's going to roll in. Doesn't get it. The Kraken, but he does steal it. Nice kill there. He also gets a kill on Sneaky Pineapple.
I mean, Sneaky Pineapple went down there, but SHIZZNIZZLES is also going to go down there to the Humbats. Humbats is rotating this game. This is looking really good. Humbats is going to rotate onto Blackout, but that Nemesis shield is just going to heal. Fear No Evil comes out, but Nemesis uses her beads, and Auxilia is just gonna try to push the right lane at this point as Humbats is middle. Nobody right now is defending right. Humbats looks like he's still gonna stay middle. Try to get this tower, try to put the pressure on Blackout, but keep in mind that it is Nemesis. He is indeed going deep, but look at Auxilia. He is taking a tower in the right lane for free. So that's gonna help bring back up Paragon Elpis. Look at Evil's positioning this game in between the Phoenix.
But I mean, he's level 15.
Tier 2.
He's level 15, so he has Transcendence halfway stacked. He's got full Warrior Tabby. He's gonna do decent amount of damage, but not a ton. And left tier 1 tower is gonna go down for Paragon Elpis. They are looking, all their tier 1s are down at this point at only 15 minutes in. That's great positioning for SHIZZNIZZLES. Let's see if they can do what they didn't do last game and keep this momentum going and end it before 45 minutes. Isis
is going to get caught out right here. He is going to take a spill. He uses his ultimate, but probably should have saved that because there was 4 members of Paragon Elpis collapsing on him. So Jiminy Glowsticks just got caught out of position right there, but it's not too bad if we take a look at the graphs. SHIZZNIZZLES is up 5,000 gold, 10,000 experience, and in this game, they're actually making things happen, and Humbats is rotating, diving towers as we see.
Yeah, it's total opposite from last game. Insanely different, and that's probably why they're doing a lot better in a lot of these team fights. Granted, they were doing really well last game in a lot of the team fights in the early game. It was mainly because of their comp, and their comp's a little bit.
Auxilia might take a fall in the right lane. Auxilia is forced to use his ulti as he loses pretty much all of his health. Fear No Evil came out there. Auxilia was so close to dying, but her second ability stunned the Humbats as he was going for the last swing and just saved his life there.
Yeah, I just got confirmation that Fine Line just won their game as well, so we're going to see them coming up pretty soon here as well. I like to watch Fine Line. Fine Line's a great team we saw last week compete in our first tournament ever. And let's take a look at Medieval. He's going to get aggressed on here, but he's level 17. He doesn't really care about the Nemesis kind of hitting him down. Huge crit there, nice.
He's doing so much damage to Nemesis. Who's getting aggressed onto here?
But we saw him, Nemesis, heal up quite a bit with that. That smash down in that shield just totally negated that.
I mean, if you're medieval, you have to expect the shield to come out when you use your overhand smash. And hang on, Geb is gonna use his weakening, but medieval is just gonna jump down. Blackout uses his ultimate on medieval. Medieval perhaps might take a fall. Indeed, he takes the fall to Blackout with the help of the Poseidon Whirlpool. And now the dunk comes out. SHIZZNIZZLES forced to use his ultimate here. SHIZZNIZZLES is gonna take a spell. Geb uses ultimate, gets 3 people with it. Isis now pops her ultimate. Auxilia is in a really awkward position, but Auxilia is gonna get out. So is, but in the meantime, Cupid is pushing down the middle tower. This is the power of Paragon Elpis' team. They are just so escapable. However, right now they are not in the lead. SHIZZNIZZLES is in the lead, and they are aggressive onto the tier 2 tower in the mid. Since everybody from Paragon Elpis is back, this is going to be a free tower if I've ever seen one in my life.
Yeah. Really huge change from last game. They are pushing this down. They're looking to end this early, and I'm so happy to see that because that's exactly what we wanted. We're seeing a lot more Thor dunks come down, not really initiating the fights, kind of counter-initiating still, but still he's landing them, which is great. I mean, he's taking out Poseidon exactly like he should be. He landed and beads right out of that that whirlpool right there. That's exactly what we need to see. Maybe Geb looking to be in a bad position right now. Gets stunned, gets a spear ball, and just gonna maybe try and roll out, and he does. Kraken not up quite yet, but the whirlpool gonna ward him off there. He needs to really be careful about his positioning at this point. He's only level 11. Whereas we see, I mean, Sylvanas, Valentine level 14. He's got way more farm, 3-1 as Sylvanas. Sylvanas kind of stealing a lot of kills with those wisps. They do quite a bit of damage, actually. So, I mean, it's hard not to steal a lot of kills because you don't mean to. But let's look at, their team. Oh, just a second.
There's going to be aggression in the left jungle. Profi is going to have to use his board if he wants to get alive. And now Nemesis ultimate comes out on Fear. No, Isis ultimate comes out. Panda Puncher taking the sky. Team Paragon. Elpis is staying aggressive onto really heavily as Valentine takes out Profi with the help of the Thor. Dunk, and in the meantime, SHIZZNIZZLES uses his ultimate, but SHIZZNIZZLES is going to get aggressed onto. Hombass jumps and takes the kill. Gemini Glow 6 takes out Auxilia in the backline, and now Sticky Pineapple is looking to get aggressed onto. That is 4 players dead for Team Paragon Elpis.
Let's see Fire Giant.
Look at Medieval.
He's still just keeping her off. Like, he's 18 to Nemesis is 15, and looking to maybe aggress on that tower, that Phoenix alone. And yep, he's going to rotate. They're going Fire Giant right now, and this is going to be free. Free. They are getting healed up from Sylvanas. Cupid Heart's going to heal them up, and they even need it. They're going to burn this so fast. And Medieval's not even going to rotate to it. He's going to push right lane a little bit. Going to do that. I'd love to see them all get this, back and buy, and then push right up mid lane and split push left lane, take that left tower, and just go for the gold.
Can we talk about those Geb's active choices? Weakening Curse against a team that has, I mean, heals are right.
They're not. They're not.
Yeah, they're not the best. They're not raw.
Yeah, no,
it's not raw.
They're not raw. They're not hell. They're not. I mean, they're not the huge AOE heals. They're not the heals that are going to be doing 150, 200 late game per tick. Like raw can. But it's decent heals. It's nice in the fact that they're banking on their slows. They're banking on the creeping curse to come out, the web, the blackout, the Nemesis ult. That's kind of what their deal is all the slows to try and do it. But in the meantime, they're not doing that much damage. As SHIZZNIZZLES says, okay, you're gonna slow me. Let's just turn around and fight.
But if he got a blink, then he could be initiating these fights, setting up a Krakens.
I'd love to see that blink more. And, I mean, Sylvanas doesn't have the blink, but he has Heavenly Agility, which is a great active to have for your team. Counters the creeping, the weakening, and we're going to see Cupid just easily take this. Fierno just going to turn and just destroy that gold fear on his own. Now they're grouping, and they're going to push that left tower all together. We're going to see a huge fight here in a second.
And Humbass is right now in front of many people. We see a huge grouping, as you said, in the left lane. SHIZZNIZZLES is going to take this tower for free. If you look at Paragon Elpis, they're just going to fall back to the Phoenix. They don't want any of this.
And that's exactly what they should be doing. When people have Fire Giant, you need to just defend Phoenixes. Don't take towers. Towers go down so fast, and they are not worth dying for.
And it looks like Medieval is going to go mid. He's not going to be with his team for this Phoenix Siege. This might be pretty good for Paragon Elpis because it's going to be a 5 versus 4. But, I mean, they're putting 2 people mid. Medieval is just going to split push when his minion wave gets
Paragon has a decent amount of damage, but look at, I mean, level 14 Poseidon, level 12 Geb, their main huge burst isn't that high. We're seeing Medieval just putting a lot of pressure while they easily just chunk down that left Phoenix. I mean,
they're not even committing to left Phoenix.
No,
Cupid
they're
is
just kind of
casually
poking in. Yeah,
they're just poking
No, they have full health, especially the Sylvanas getting all those heals off. So Cupid's gonna easily take it here pretty soon. While just Medieval just kind of poking down mid casually, keeping Artemis and Nemesis in mid lane, which is just.
And here we might see initiation. We might see the initiation here. Massive team fight comes out. Jimmy goes with the ultimate is gonna eke out sneaky pine right off the bat. SHIZZNIZZLES is going to get aggressed on. Just taking a ton of damage. His Blackout goes to him, but beautiful pull by Valentine, and Auxilia jumps in, gets killed, but also gets a kill on Fierno, and now Humbats comes in, goes on the Nemesis, used their teleport to get on the Nemesis, but maybe could have been able to take out Profit there.
That was a great pick by Auxilia. I mean, can't really do too much else. At least take down Fierno, their biggest push, you know, taking down the Phoenixes. Still doesn't really matter though that much though. Thor is going to be doing, and Hunbat's going to be doing a ton of damage to those Phoenixes. They need to be careful right now. They're not all under it. They're not all quite there yet. Paragon's going to try and defend this, but I don't think they have it. They're probably going to take this because they have to go back and get the minions off their Titan. Minions are going to start to take down this Titan pretty fast. They're looking to maybe just kind of take some of these buffs and then back and group up again.
I like this back by SHIZZNIZZLES. Fire Giant is going to disappear soon, so they want to back, they want to buy, they've got a lot of gold taking out the Phoenix and getting kills in these fights, but I want to talk about Blink versus another active on supports. I think that Blink is really good on initiating supports like Sylvanas, like Geb, if you are behind, because you can go in and set up that initiation for a team and potentially turn the game from one team fight or steal an objective. But if you get a Heavenly Agility or any other active that helps you snowball your lead if you're ahead, that is really good. So I don't know if I agree with this weakening curse coming out from Geb. I agree with the Sylvanas Heavenly Agility though.
Yeah, definitely. If you're gonna get one of them, at least have it be offensive. And I mean, Heavenly Agility giving you healing increase by 25% too. That goes right along with Sylvanas's Wisps and the Hearts and Isis's ult. So it's I get why Geb got the weakening. I do. But it's just not worth it, though. It's not, it doesn't make it good. I understand the reasoning behind it, at least. It's not that far off the wall. But look at SHIZZNIZZLES. They're just staying grouped. They're waiting for this Fire Giant to come up. It's still got 25 seconds before it arrives, and they're just going to kind of hang around, maybe looking to bait a fight. I know Paragon Elpis. Oh, we're seeing the Nemesis ult.
Look at Medieval, dude. He doesn't give a crap. He's just casually using his ultimate, casually killing out SHIZZNIZZLES. SHIZZNIZZLES like losing his health, but Medieval gets taken down for his over-aggression. Sylvanas takes out SHIZZNIZZLES with the help of the damage from the Humbat. Stomp comes down, doesn't hit anybody. Auxilia is gonna get aggressed onto. He uses his ultimate to escape. Nemesis is in some trouble. Nemesis is just gonna dash away. A beautiful silence by the Isis catches her mid-dash, and she takes a spill as well. 30 members down from Paragon.
I'd like to see him maybe just finish. They don't have to get Fire Giant. They're all right there. Medieval's gone, but they still have tons of damage between Thor and Cupid and Isis. Granted, a lot of their ults down. Chaos Titan's going to be under 50% already. 40, 35% going to sit there. They're still fighting for it. 20%. Auxilia goes down. 15%, 10%, and this is going to go down to SHIZZNIZZLES. Great push by them. Getting that early lead, and they're going to end it just under 25 minutes.
SHIZZNIZZLES, very well played, putting on the pressure early onto Paragon Elpis. Medieval just played that like he was Superman. I mean, he was just in the front, killing people, peeling for his team, being a distraction. This game, he pulled it through, and so did the rest of the team.
Yeah, I mean, that was a insanely different game than what we saw last game. SHIZZNIZZLES did exactly what we hoped they did. They took that early lead, they took their team fight, and they were super aggressive. I'd love the Sylvanas on their team. That set up a lot of good fights, and all of his ults hit at least 2 people.
SHIZZNIZZLES is drafting massive team fight AoE, and you can't do anything about that if you don't have a really good team comp yourself, because the AoE is just going to get to you. So that was the name of the game for this one.